Genesis 9:18-28, the sons of Noah. Everyone I have read holds to the portrayal of Noah in Genesis 6:9 as a righteous and blameless man, and it is through this lens that we judge his actions. After the flood, and after God discusses his covenant with the survivors, there is an incident that takes place with Noah and his son Ham, Genesis 9:20-27. In every text and translation of this incident, I fail to find direct clarity of what happened here, and all of us are left to speculate. If, as I mentioned at first, we take Noah to be a righteous and blameless man, then we can only deduce that Ham and Canaan are the antagonists, and that Noah's curse was justified. But what if we take a fresh look? Noah, after all, had lived 600 years surrounded by the wickedness of humans that prompted God to bring the flood. And as a human, he was not exempt from God's assessment in Genesis 6 or 5. Every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Bible does say that Noah found favor in God's eyes, but it does not say that he was sinless. With that in mind, let's return to Genesis 9:20. The flood is over. God has spoken with Noah and his family and told them to spread over the earth and to be fruitful and multiply. In response to this, Noah plants grapes, makes wine, and gets so drunk that he blacks out naked in his tent. Ham sees this and tells his brothers, who turn a blind eye to the immodesty and sin of their father, and attempt to cover him, a literal and figurative cover-up. Noah sobers up and is furious with Ham, so much so that he curses Ham's son and all of his descendants for the perceived sins of his father. I used to see the incident with Ham as being oddly placed in the text. Why would this be the conclusion to the flood portion of Genesis? Why is Ham seeing his naked, blacked-out father the final event in the story of God wiping the slate clean? I believe that it shows that the flood did not clean wickedness from the hearts of man. The fact that Noah's first goal after the flood was to get so drunk that he lost consciousness, and then be angry that anyone noticed, is in the text to teach us that Noah was not sinless, and that Noah's anger that someone had even indirectly pointed out his sin shows his temperament, and that Noah cursing Ham's son and the son's lineage because he is angry at the father shows us that Noah carried the antediluvian wickedness of man with him. If you start with the assumption that Noah must have been the good guy, then this is hard to see. But if you just judge Noah by his deeds, and don't add in speculation that isn't in the text, I think the moral of the story is much different.